Hello, this is Mike Campbell, County Judge here in Clay County, and this is a presentation that we received this past week in the Commissioner's Court concerning our master plan and the possibility of a Historical Commission grant application. It was brought to us by Marie Oehlerking-Read and Joyce Williams. They are the architects for Komatsu. Komatsu is the same company that did the project down in Decatur for Wise County. Did their courthouse restoration. They also helped us with our roof replacement this past year as well. Basically, what happened is the Clay County Commissioners built a courthouse back in 1884. And when they built it with a large, tall clock tower. Some say you could see it when you came across the Red River. Unfortunately, the clock tower was caught a lot of wind. Here in North Texas, we get a lot of wind, so it leaked quite a bit. So they shortened it, thinking maybe that would help, but it didn't. So they put it to a vote for the county to decide whether or not to tear the courthouse down and build another one. It overwhelmingly failed. So that's why you still have the 1884 courthouse that you see on our square today. And that's a good thing. In 1912, they decided to replace the tower with a dome and the gabled roof that you see right now. This past year, we repaired or replaced that roof, and really it looks nice right now. We're in the process of completing our master plan. We've got that done, and now we're trying to decide whether or not to go after the grant to help restore the courthouse. Here's what they found. Basically, the exterior has some real problems with the masonry, windows, doors, all of that. There are always issues with accessibility, but their recommendation is that we really need to address that first. We're going to take it back to 1912. So that means we get to keep the dome. We don't have to go back to the clock tower. They showed some pictures of some of the damage and concerns that they had. Basically, there's nothing structurally wrong with the courthouse, but it's the appearance that's a problem. And you've got some areas of mortar that are falling out, they're deteriorating, and that sort of thing. You can see also the windows have been replaced from the original and filled in. The original windows went all the way to the top where you see that plaster looking material. You can see some different moss type things that are going on with the courthouse. You can see areas where birds could build nests, that sort of thing. So these are areas that we really need to address. Even to the point where you can see there above the bench where the cracks are. And but keep in mind now, there's several layers of brick. That is a very, very thick wall. So there are concerns up in some of the top of it, whether birds could get in or water certainly could get in, and that's a concern. The whole point for the restoration is to preserve and prepare and take it back to one period of time. For us, that period in time will be 1912. We appreciated our historical commission was being there. The 97th District Court Judge Byers was there, along with Katie Bogman, our district attorney, her staff, as well as our sheriff, our auditor, and several folks were there for this presentation. And one of the things they pointed out was that the original did not have that drop ceiling, obviously. That was put in by Judge Douthit back, I believe, in the 70s. But they were excited to see some of the, the different, what they call tertiary spaces is still original equipment, original material. This is up on the third floor where you go up actually into the dome. They also showed that there was quite a bit of material left from the 1884 construction. You can see the door handles, the tin ceilings, the staircase is original. We've got the vault that you see there, and the bench that you see there on the bottom left. That was what they used actually in the courtroom. So I don't know if that would be more comfortable than what we have now or not. But all of that would go back if we should choose to do the restoration. This is an example of how it is now compared to what the plan would be. This is for the first floor. On the left, you can see how it is now. We'd have to do some shuffling, some moving around. Now, the whole purpose of this is to make sure it continues to be a working courthouse. a district court, county offices, something in there that actually takes care of the business of the county. But we could do some site management as far as moving offices around to make it work. Now, the second floor is where a problem is. On the second floor, you see on the left, back in the 70s, Judge Douthit came in. He's the one who put the carpet on the walls for the acoustics. He built those offices, but more importantly, put in bathrooms so that the judge, the DA, the jurors, the defendants would not have to use the public bathrooms. These would be available for them without having to leave the floor. You'll notice on the right, the whole up second floor is district courtroom and judges' chambers, and that's it. The bathrooms would go away, all the offices would go away. And in 1884 to 1912, or in the 60s, this was okay. These are different times now. Back then, the Clay County Courthouse was basically the western edge of justice for Texas. People traveled long ways from West Texas back to our courthouse for the trials and all the legal work that needed to be done. It's different now, though, so that makes it a little bit of a problem for us if we have to go back to the 1912. Third floor, not much change there other than the drop ceiling would go away and you could see all the way to the top of the, I guess, the bottom of the third floor. What we're talking about is getting an emergency grant, and the emergency grant is used to fund what they call critical needs. Those are the things that we just looked at. This is basically on the exterior of the courthouse, and it's capped at $4 million. Now, our part of that is actually 30%. Our part would be about $2 million, but the good news is we've been saving up for this for a long time. Previous commissioners' courts have allocated money for this. We used some to replace the roof that we did this past year, and we got about $500,000 right now that's allocated specifically for courthouse restoration. When you look at it, it's going to be quite a project. Commissioner Ben Pharries pointed out that this is a very challenging but yet necessary thing that we need to look at. So they voted to vote for applying for the emergency grant. The good news is we've got money in our fund balance available to do it. We also can use the money that we used to replace the roof. So we're I think in the ballpark for it. We're going to apply for it, and if we get to a point we say we really can't afford that, we can always turn it down. But we are making the process complete by applying for it. That'll be on May the 8th. The things that we need to do next, we need to get our community to send us some support letters. That'll be from mayors and community leaders, that sort of thing. The Commissioner's Court will pass a resolution of support. Ben's already taken the training for the certificate, and then we'll just sign off on it, and hopefully we'll be successful. But I just wanted you to see what we saw this past week so that you'll have an idea of what we're looking at.